Welcome to this edition of Open-SCAD by DIY3DTech.com. In this episode, we're going to be taking a quick look at this object. It's a collar that we're developing for a mini drill press table. Now, it's not the most exciting thing in the world. However, I do just want to hit a couple points with it and share the code. So, in general, as you can see here, we have two cylinders. And the cylinders, we have this outer ridge down here at the bottom, which what this does is this will actually provide a lip because it actually orientates itself this way into the table. So this ring right here helps it to keep from passing through the table, and then obviously this longer ring shields the actual hole in the table and gives it a finished look, plus protects it. I'll spit that out. It's rather early in the morning. And then we do a center knockout here to the pinker area to knock out the center of the hole. Now up here, as you can see, it's all parametric, so we can devise different sizes. So one of the big things that I want to do with this is to be able to create different size openings, because what we're going to do is, you'll see in the coming portions of this video and the build video on the parent channel DIY3DTech.com, is to have different sanders that actually fit into this opening, and so I'll be able to scale the size for the various drums. So the bigger the drum, the bigger the opening; smaller the drum, the smaller the opening. And that's going to be sort of the idea behind this, is to be, in order to scale this for that. So I wanted to make it parametric. So I've set that up here. And then I've come down and I've used my typical model of difference in union. So the union will join the two rings together. So obviously the top collar and then the center pass through, and then we'll difference out and cut the hole out down here. So the one thing is just a little bit note is to translate up for the z-axis, because we are doing it with all this with set true. And again, I've talked about setting, the center true and the advantages and disadvantages, true versus false. So anyways, this is a pretty straightforward, simple project, but again, I think a handy piece of code if you want to have something in your arsenal to quickly whip up a collar. And so again, I've set this up as a module being dust collector, and so again, we can reiterate this in numerous ways. So I tell you what, let's go take a watch of the time lapse of this being produced, and then let's head over to the workshop and see how the end product actually works in real life. Welcome back to this episode of Open-SCAD. So we took a look at this in the computer. It's the sleeve for our dust collar or what have you. And so because it's part of another project on the parent channel, I'm building this mini drill press table, as you can see here. And one of the things I did is I made this insert, CNC'd this insert out. And what I wanted to do, obviously, as we already spoke, is create a collar to go in here. And so what it does is it's nice fit. It sits basically flush with the top here, and so really nice, really came out nice. So extends a little bit beyond the bottom, a little short of 1 millimeter, which I was hoping for. So again, this works out very well. And then kind of long story short, if you don't mind my reach here. So the idea is now I can put my drum sander on here and then lower it down, and then just kind of lock it into place, sort of like this. And now what happens is this will create a nice vacuum around this to suck the dust in from the sanding operations here. So again, this all turned out pretty good. So anyways, if you found this interesting, again, the code's on the website, so if you want to do your own,
It is, I believe it's parametric, and so you can do your own for your own size. Or if you're following along with this build, and because this build will actually be on the main channel, DIY3DTech.com, in the near future, you can follow along and build it for yourself. Hey, give it a thumbs up. Cheers, and we'll see you in the next video.